Hey, it's Lindsay, y'all, with my last video of the year. So yeah, I just thought I would do a recap of the year and kind of how I'm feeling going into 2021. Good riddance 2020. That's a bit of a preview. No, but it would be so easy to say good riddance 2020, but I've had a lot of good things that happened this year too. So I guess let's start at the beginning. I mean, I don't know that there was anything really grand in January. I guess I was hopeful because I knew I was coming into this year with a lot of things that I was going to be tackling, with my transition specifically. And I had no idea what else was going to come this year. You know, in February, I had a milestone where I went out to I don't want to say public, but I went to a wedding, which was one of like my first experiences being out as Lindsay to a whole big group of people. Like I'd had sort of a smaller one at Thanksgiving, but it was like a small contained thing. And so this wedding still very contained, but bigger, with a more diverse crowd. And it was a big gay wedding, so I wasn't expecting any problems, but like I was not passing at all. And my ex was actually officiating, so I was alone for parts of it. But everybody that I hung out with there, which was mostly the wedding party because of the extension of my ex, they were amazing. I added a bunch of people on Facebook at that point, which was fun because I wasn't out yet. So, you know, they all met me as Lindsay and then ended up, you know, they all learned my dead name. I mean, look, they all knew I was trans. There was even another trans person there. But yeah, it was a big day for me. And I had a breakdown shortly thereafter because it was a big weekend. There was a lot of emotional stuff happening with me that weekend. And I did have a few breakdowns at the beginning of the year. And moving past that, but then we got to March and the longest month in the world, COVID hit and we all went into quarantine that was supposed to last a few weeks, right? And here we are, the year's almost over and we're still fighting this shit. And God, I hope we can get back to some semblance of a normal. It's going to be a new normal, but I hope that's what 2021 brings. So this whole isolation thing has been its own special wrinkle in my life. It's been good because it's given me some opportunity to sort of transition in private. But it also, you know, I think to some extent it forced my marital problems to a head. Because we were stuck in a house together. And even though we had 2 floors and we were on separate floors a lot of the time because where my office was and where her office was, we were still butting heads. And so, you know, in May, my ex told me she wanted to separate. And so we started that process. And then, you know, that was the last thing really holding me back, was understanding where she stood. So a few weeks later, I came out everywhere on Facebook and LinkedIn and at work. And everybody at that point knew me as Lindsay. They knew who I was. They knew I was trans. And that was such a huge, liberating, amazing moment in my life. So it's hard for me to hold a lot of contempt for 2020 because that is a huge thing that happened this year. And I will always remember that as a highlight of my life. One of, if not the most important days in my life. So I came out and then the separation continued. I bought a new house, which is awesome. Sold my old house, which is fine. There were a lot of memories there that I kind of just needed to move past. haven't gotten any of the money from that yet because it's all tied up in the divorce, which is still ongoing, which sucks. But hopefully we can get that resolved early in 2021. God, I hope so. I just need it to be done. So we got that. Let's see what else. What else? August came around, and that was the first anniversary of me cracking, of me accepting that I was trans after so many years and years and years of denying and repressing. And so that was something that I celebrated. I started this YouTube channel in August, which is huge, and this has been an awesome addition to my life. I think I have 31 viewers at the time of this posting, but this has been awesome, and I will be so happy 6 months and a year and many years from now that I have this record of this time in my life. I think it's going to be a really great window back into this time. And, like other things in transition, I started wearing dresses out in public. I'm wearing a dress tonight that I am going to be wearing to my friend's house for a New Year's gathering with just me and her family. It's small, but I always like to look nice when I have an excuse to go out of the house and see people. So, I hear noises. My dog is getting into something. That's awesome. Let's see. What else is going on? Ellie. Pumpkin. Come here. Hi, Trouble. All right. Let's see. So also in August, I'm not going to edit that out. It's me. You know this by now. Let's see. Also in August, I filed for my name change stuff, and I got that done in September. I had my first birthday as Lindsay and being out in September, which was awesome. In October, I celebrated 1 year on hormone replacement therapy, which is huge. And I should say, somewhere in all of this mix, I started passing. What's that about? I'm not going to say I don't think I pass all the time. But people think I look like a girl, I guess. So that's pretty cool. I have friends who keep telling me that I'm pretty. They use words like gorgeous and stunning, and I don't believe all of that, but I'm going to hear shit about it. But I appreciate it. I hope they know how much I appreciate them. Oh my God, I forgot. I made so many amazing new friends this year. I joined a Discord server and met some people, and they've been amazing, wonderful influences in my life. And I look forward to continuing those friendships for many years to come. But that has been huge. They've helped keep me sane in this crazy, crazy year. And I hope they know how much I appreciate them. And I hope they watch this and they see that. Y'all know who you are. Let's see what else happened this year. The HRT anniversary. Let's see. I did my first Thanksgiving alone, and I survived. I got my gender marker changed, which is fucking huge. So to not only be legally Lindsay, but to be legally female is awesome. And then, let's see. Did we get into December? Is there anything great that happened in December? I don't know. I had my Christmas incident, and that's noteworthy. Not as a good thing, but I mean, it's something that is going to continue into 2021 that I have to deal with. And I will. But 2021, I got so much hope for you. I do. The whole world has to have hope for you, 2021. We need this virus to be behind us, at least for the most part. It needs to be safe for us to go back out again. God, I miss eating in restaurants. I am a foodie, and as I was just saying with a friend recently, like, dining is an experience to be shared with people that you care about, and it's it's something I miss very, very dearly, but I'm not willing to risk it right now. Even when the restaurants have been opened and then closed and then opened and closed, I'm not going to risk it. So I look forward to being able to do that again. And oh my God, I'm going to do so much of that when I can. Like, yeah, living it up. And I'm going to look good doing it. Another big thing that happened this year, I don't even know if I should mention it, but I asked somebody out 7 months ish after my separation. I took a chance and I asked somebody out, and they said no, but it was still, I'm taking it as a positive experience. I'm proud of myself. I'm trying to move forward after this marriage that it had its good moments, but I'm better off to be moving past it. And I am, and I'm taking those steps, and I'm proud of myself for it. It's 2021. Maybe there's romance on the horizon somewhere. I hope. I want to be somebody's girlfriend for the first time in my life. I want that. I want to find a woman who will love me and adore me for the amazing woman that I am and that I am becoming. I'm hopeful for that in 2021. And I got other things that I need to look at. Am I going to look for a new job? Because things are okay, but they're not great. And doing all of that as a transgender woman is scary. Doing all of that as a woman for the first time is scary. So we'll see if that happens. What else? I don't know. We'll see what happens with my family in 2021. Not just my parents, but like my brother as well, and see if anything changes there. I hope so. But that's kind of not entirely up to me. Other things. I need to keep looking at transition things and figure out where I want to go. I'll probably start thinking about if I want any surgeries and really start making some decisions in the next year. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do any kind of facial surgery. And if I'm going to do breast surgery, I probably will wait a little longer. So probably not in 2021 for that, because I really want to let the hormones have a chance to do their thing, Bottom surgery. That bottom dysphoria hit me this year, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't thinking a lot more about it. And that's something I'll work out in therapy. But I've got time. Got a lot of time. I should probably book a consultation at the very least and at least talk to the local surgeon about the options that I'm thinking about and just kind of talk through it. It doesn't hurt to talk to him about it. So I just think that if I do set that consultation, I'll probably basically commit to it at that point. And I'm not sure I'm ready to do that yet. I'm not going to lie. I would also love to have some other changes to my body. My midsection is one of the things that I'm most insecure about. I have a gut. It doesn't show much on here. You maybe saw it in the last video when I stood up, but I'm very insecure about that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do something there. We'll see. But I got a lot of hope for 2021. I think it's going to be another pretty big year for me. I think a lot's going to happen in 2021. And hopefully a lot of it good. And then maybe, just maybe, fingers crossed, because I'm not very good at that. Fingers crossed. Maybe I can actually take it kind of easy in 2022. A girl can hope. But 2020 hasn't been easy. It hasn't been without a lot of pain. It hasn't been without extraordinary joy. And that's what I'm going to focus on going into the new year. So tonight, I'm going to go to my friend's house. I'm going to celebrate ringing in the new year with her and her family, who I love. I love them dearly. And they've been wonderful friends for me through this pandemic. And, I hope that is another friendship that continues to just grow and grow stronger as the years go on, because I do love them a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna end this here because I need to trim this down and get it uploaded before I leave to go to their house. So, Happy New Year, guys, and I will talk to you again in 2021. And until then, as always, love and hugs, guys.